Okay, in the other video, I reached 10 minutes, and so this we were not able to finish this part. So let's do it over here again. So again, we'll put here 64x to the sixth, and then here minus 1. We figure that we multiply 4x squared by itself 3 times to get 64x to the sixth. And so this is going to be 4x squared times, this is 16x to the fourth. And negative 1 is negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 here is positive 1. Okay. Then now we figure out the other regions. So 16x to the fourth times negative 1 is negative 16x to the fourth. And we know that this should be the opposite of that. So we'll have here 16x to the fourth. And then we think of what we multiply the 4x squared to get 16x to the fourth, and that's going to be positive 4x squared. Okay, and then we find the product here. That's going to be 4x squared times negative 1, which is negative 4x squared. And the last cell, the last region, 4x squared times positive 1, that's going to be 4x squared. And they're opposite, so they will cancel, and so the product should be 64x to the sixth minus 1. And this box tells us what the factors are. The factors are the width is 4x squared minus 1, and the length is 16x to the fourth plus 4x squared plus 1. But we notice that 4x squared minus 1 is a difference of 2 squares. So we can still factor this, and we know that the factor should be 1 sum and 1 difference. So we'll have here 2x plus 1 and 2x minus 1. So these are the factors of 4x squared minus 1. And we'll just bring down the trinomial factor, 16x to the fourth plus 4x squared plus 1. And then we're done factoring this. So we factored this as if it is a difference of 2 perfect cubes. But here we are asked, can you factor this another way? So is there any other way of factoring 64x to the sixth minus 1? Now we notice that 64x to the sixth is not only a perfect cube, but it's also a perfect square, because 8x cubed times 8x cubed is also 64x to the sixth. So we found a number that we can multiply to itself to get 64x to the sixth. And then 1, of course, is a perfect square. So therefore, if I think of this as a difference of 2 squares and not a difference of 2 cubes, then I can factor this as 8x cubed minus 1 and 8x times 8x cubed plus 1. But we notice that 8x cubed is a perfect cube and 1 is a perfect cube. Therefore, the first factor is a difference of 2 cubes, and the second factor is a sum of 2 cubes. And because they are such, we can still factor each one of them. So if I want to factor 8x cubed minus 1, so let me borrow this box for 8x cubed minus 1. So we'll put here 8x cubed and here minus 1. So what are the factors of 8x cubed? What three what number do we multiply by itself 3 times to get 8x cubed? That's going to be 2x. So 2x times, and then here I'm going to get 2x times 2x, which is 4x squared. That's going to give me, if I multiply the 2, I'm going to get 8x cubed. Negative 1 minus negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 1 goes here, and that's going to give me positive 1. All right, so now we know that this is going to be negative 4x squared. So therefore, this must be positive 4x squared. And what do we multiply the 2x to get positive 4x squared? That's going to be positive 2x. So now 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. 2x times positive 1 is positive 2x. They will cancel each other. This 2 cancels each other. And so our product is just 8x cubed minus 1. So therefore, we can find the factors of this. So the factors would be 1, too big. So let's put here, the binomial factor is 2x minus 1. And the trinomial factor is 4x squared plus 2x plus 1. Now, for the sum of two cubes, so we could just replace this by plus 1. So this will change to plus. This will change to plus. Therefore, this has to be minus. And so this has to become minus 2x. And then this will be, this is plus, this will be negative 2x, and this is positive 2x. So now we found the factors for 8x cubed plus 1. So we'll put here 1 binomial and 1 trinomial. Okay, binomial is 2x plus 1. Trinomial is 4x squared minus 2x plus 1. These are the factors of 6x to the 6th minus 1. Now, notice that we have 4 factors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of them are linear and the other 2 are quadratic factors. And if we want to know if we got this right, we just need to multiply all of these together to find out if the answer, if the product is going to turn out to be 64x to the 6th minus 1. And you can try that on your own. Okay?